Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor. Wanted to let everybody know, if you haven't seen it yet, that iTrustCapital, who built their entire business on IRA accounts, they have now opened they've got a feature now where they still have the IRA accounts, but now you can also get a regular account. The beauty of this is through the IRA account, we've always had access to institutional grade custody. This is something retail has not had at all, unless it was through like an IRA account like iTrustCapital. But now they've opened an account where you can have institutional custody. Right now, you can't like send your digital assets into it. You can only go open an account, buy it, and all of the digital assets you buy immediately get swept into an institutional grade custody solution. That's huge. I'll be opening an account. If you want to open an account, you can go in the link of this description and you can get like $100, I think, for opening an account. I think it's 100, might be 200, I don't remember. Anyway, the link's in the description of this video. And also in the description of this video, you can join the private group, or you can join it through daixrp.com to join the Patreon, or if you'd rather join through YouTube, you click on the join button right below this video. All right. Moving along, the market is continuing to stay down. We're at 2.79 trillion. XRP is at 217. If it continues to stay down, I will be buying this dip. I think I will be buying the dip tomorrow if I buy it. That's where it's at. This is a good little summary here from Good Morning Crypto. SEC dropped the case against OpenSea, dropped the case against Coinbase, Robinhood, Gemini, Uniswap. The SEC is pro-crypto. It's time to end the Ripple case. And then Tyler Winklevoss, who had his drop yesterday, he doubles down on them dropping it and says, "Dear SEC, thank you for closing your sham investigation and deciding not to bring an enforcement action against Gemini. Now, please reimburse us 3 times our legal costs to cover the time and money we spent defending ourselves. Dishonorably discharge everyone who is involved in the war on crypto. Publish their names to your website and institute a lifetime ban for all of them to ever work at the agency again. This will start to make amends for the damage you have done to us, our industry, and America." I am all about that. And I said, there is another Ripple and XRP. And then Michael Arrington retweeted Cameron Winklevoss and says, "Let's go, Stuart Alderati. Don't be last." And then earlier today, Michael Arrington, who is Brad Garlinghouse's best friend, had told everybody, be greedy when others are fearful. Put 2 and 2 together, folks. Whoops, Bitcoin maxis. Financing from Ripple Labs. Court documents allege that Swan Bitcoin violated its agreement with Tether, a top stablecoin provider, in their joint Bitcoin mining effort by using its equity stake to obtain financing from Ripple Labs. Pierre Bitcoin, the Bitcoin guy, Pierre is not going to like that too much. And then there's this from Standard Chartered.
What about the story last week about the hack? There is this story emerged that a hacker stole $1.5 billion worth of digital tokens in what researchers are calling the biggest crypto heist of all time. What impact has that had on the crypto market?
So it's come at a very bad time. So we already had the Solana meme coin story around Libera a couple of weeks ago. Obviously, risk assets coming lower. And then you had the Bybit hack too. So within the crypto ecosystem, what we need are traditional financial players like Standard Chartered, like BlackRock and others that have the ETFs now to really step in size. And it's institutions like ours that now offer custody businesses that are much more secure than some of the hacks that you mentioned just now. So as the industry becomes more institutionalized, it should be safer. We should get a lot less of these negative headlines. Hopefully we get some regulatory clarity in the US too, and that can see, again, a lot more traditional players entering the market. Probably that will see volatility come lower, and again, that should add to that medium-term top side potential, which for me is Bitcoin up to 200,000 this year and $500,000 before Trump leaves office.
If that happens, you know what XRP is going to. Today, the House Democrats are reportedly set to introduce the Meme Act, a bill that would ban public officials from issuing or endorsing meme coins like Trump. I think that there needs to definitely be some regulations on meme coins, but I don't really know what they should be. Meme coins has never been my thing. I think as long as you are disclosing everything, I think that's what's important with meme coins. As long as you're telling everybody what you're doing, you're disclosing, you're not dumping it and all that stuff. But we'll see how that all unfolds. Wisdom Tree knows it was never Bitcoin. This is from Chad Steingraber. The Wisdom Tree XRP ETF prospectus filed with the SEC says this. This method, unlike proof of work mechanism used by Bitcoin blockchain, allows XRP ledger to be fast, energy efficient, and scalable, key features of its prominent use in cross-border financial transactions. Bitcoin maxis won't like that. Speaking of Bitcoin maxis, this moron, Pierre Richard, this tells you how dishonest he is. He says Ripple XRP has been collapsing ever since they got exposed. They should issue more press release partnerships. So he completely ignores the fact that the entire market is down, which is not in any way tied to XRP. It's just going down with the market. If anything's led the market down, it would be Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been, until as long as they have the regulatory monopoly and as long as there's no regulations in place, it'll continue to do so, because once you have regulations, you'll have utility and a level playing field officially. And that's when Bitcoin, in my opinion, will no longer lead. It will get left behind, and XRP will rise to its rightful place, which is number one. And I can't wait to watch Pierre Richard lose his ever-loving shit. It's going to be fun. All right, they're talking about legislation in Congress.
To me, it's overwhelmingly clear. The lack of clear rules has stifled innovation and sent businesses offshore to date. It's also weakened consumer protections by forcing activities into foreign jurisdictions that don't have the kind of standards that Americans would expect. Solution, and this is sure to be a bipartisan solution, is to provide what innovators, consumer protection advocates, and our financial markets crave, and that's legislative clarity. My colleagues and I have already taken concrete steps toward developing constructive policies that advance this mission. I'm proud to have sponsored the Genius Act alongside Senator Lummis, Chairman Scott, Senator Gillibrand, and Senator Alsobrooks. All of this to establish a common sense framework for stablecoin issuance in the United States. The United States can and should be a leader in payment stablecoins. They improve transaction efficiency, expand financial inclusion, and strengthen the dollar's status as a world reserve currency, all while driving demand for U.S. Treasuries. I'm optimistic that we'll advance this legislation and demonstrate that a common sense framework for digital assets is a bipartisan priority. This progress will build momentum in other crucial areas, such as market structure for digital assets. The status quo of having no regulation does nothing to stymie bad actors and is pushing innovation beyond our shores. We need regulatory clarity for digital assets to both protect consumers and to be a leader in the industry.
Okay, now here's Greg Kidd talking about the XRP ledger without talking about the XRP ledger. He'll say Ethereum or Solana, but there's only one company and one digital asset that's been all about this for the last 10 years.
To me, I'm looking to buy and invest in banks that will create a better form of the US dollar and a better form of fiat currencies. I'll start with the top ones. So our view, of course, the reason I'm in Mexico is just imagine there's a ledger. Could be permissioned Ethereum, it could be Solana, it could be, and forget XRP. What chain it is, but it operates 24/7, low fees, and it carries all the dollars, pounds, euros, pesos, major currencies that people hold and do business in. And, it's like going to the casino and getting poker chips. So those poker chips don't just work at the poker table. They don't just work at the whole casino. They work at every casino. And they don't just work at every casino. They work at 7-Eleven. So poker chips issued by the banking system, but usable thereafter for any exchange activity in the world without going back to the banking system. The banking system becomes an on-off rail. And yeah, we use all the regulation of the banking system to make a better dollar, a better tether, a better USDC. So I'm all in on that, because in a world where all real world assets are going to be tokenized, well, you're not going to go from a Ferrari to a Pokemon card through barter. You're going to go through money. And so if you're trading tokenized assets, you're going to want to have tokenized fiat currency. And so I'm getting, into those printing presses, and I want those licenses. So that's what I'm focused on. Is there are a lot of people out there that are venture capital funds, lots of like money transmitters, but there aren't that many people that have bank licenses that are fully bought in to blockchain. And really where AI comes in is you're going to do all this, but you're looking to figure out, is this money laundering? Is this fraud? And, the bad guys are pretty sophisticated. And so AI is pretty good at being on the other side of that. So AI has a perfect role in this.
Okay. Now here, this is interesting. Greg Kidd says that Greg Kidd lost all of his money on Coinbase. He got hacked.
All the kind of things that you don't get. Like I got hacked recently. I got phished, and my personal money at Coinbase was all stolen. And Coinbase is like, tough nuts. You got hacked. And I'm like, no, you got hacked. And if it was the banking system, I'd get my money back. Coinbase is just like, you're, not your keys, not your money. And so I'm like,
Okay. Let's show you what these guys are saying about the market. This is important right here, because there was a tweet going around. BlackRock moved 5,100 Bitcoin and 30,280 ETH into Coinbase Prime, and they're basically, there's a lot of tweets going around that BlackRock is dumping crypto and all this stuff. This puts it in perspective. Lots of panic, no reason. Once again, BlackRock is not buying and selling Bitcoin for BlackRock. This is for sales of ETFs for customers. So this is retail people or whoever it is. It's individuals that are dumping their crypto because they're panic selling. Of course, they have to sell Bitcoin today for yesterday's outflows. Price down yesterday means selling underlying today. So this is not BlackRock sending a signal that we need to get out of digital assets. The institutions are doing just the opposite. You can be assured they're accumulating like the digital asset investors doing during this pullback. On a real, I saw 10 on the fear and greed index, and I had to refresh my page because I can't believe it. We are deep in value town. Exactly. That's why I'm scooping it up. People are clearly panicking. I'm genuinely shocked that it's that low. Seems ridiculous to me. Compare an $86,000 Bitcoin after a 22% pullback from all-time high to a $20,000 after 74% pullback from all-time high. Like, what the F? How can people feel as bad as they did then? Value, see, people just don't get it. Now, remember, if you want to go in DAIXRP.com, you can join the private group there through the Patreon, or you can go to, in the description of my video, I've got a link to the YouTube where you can join through YouTube, or you can go below this video, click the join button, and you can join right up. It's the same stuff. It's extended videos with no advertising on top. Today in the group, we're going to talk about the island guy. I'm going to show you some stuff you've probably never seen. There's no telling what kind of shoes are going to drop when they start releasing this info today. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Come see what you may have never seen before. Here we go.